Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ACW Unlimited, the second night of the show, and we are starting off with a banger. I am here with my co-commentator, Scott here.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and tonight we have a banger to start the show. And entering first, you see this man, the Tiger Style. It is Lee Moriarty, and I cannot wait to see what this man is going to pull off tonight. Can you, Bill?
Neither can I. I am so looking forward to our main event, which we'll get onto very, very shortly. But right here, as said, we have Lee Moriarty looking absolutely fierce, all in his Tiger gear. But can he pull the victory tonight? Who knows? And we're ready to see his opponent in this match.
And here he is. He is making his way down to the ring. It is TMJ, and he is accompanied by his good friend Luke Wolf. And this is sure to be a banger.
Exactly, Scott, exactly. Last week, we saw some weird action happen over on Twitch where they celebrated the victory even though they lost. But could this prove that TMG is more of a singles competitor? Who knows?
And a super kick to the midsection, followed by one to the head by TMJ, and a cover to start this matchup. And a 1 count before Moriarty gets the shoulders up. Oh, and a beautiful soul snatcher, and some stomps here to Moriarty. And TMJ pointing his finger up to his Lord and Saviour. As you can see on the back of his shirt, it says, "God is my strength and my shield." And a huge takedown there by Lee Moriarty. Moriarty really cinching in on that headlock. Picking him up to a side standing headlock. Sent off the ropes is Moriarty. And TMJ went up and over. And Moriarty with a huge body slam. And a knee drop. An armbar here by Moriarty, but look. Luke Wolf throws a sledgehammer in. TMJ breaking out of the hold. Ref distracted by removing the sledgehammer. Schoolboy roll up here, but a rope break. Bill, what do you think of this matchup so far?
It is intense, it's chaotic, it is brutal. Lee Moriarty was actually in the main event last week. He lost against Isaiah Black for the Unlimited Championship. Is he going to be able to work his way back up to that division and secure that title once and for all? Who knows?
Well, it seems here we're getting a big hockey fight of just trading shots back and forth between Moriarty and TMJ. And you've got to ask yourself, after all this early punishment Moriarty has taken, can he pull this back? Or has that maybe taken out that edge that he had before, and TMJ just getting the better of Moriarty? Moriarty rolls out the way of a stomp, but takes a running clothesline. TMJ in the corner, sizing up for a punt kick. Cover on Moriarty. 1, 2, 3. Utter domination by TMJ here tonight to open the second show of ACW Unlimited.
I really do think this has proved that even though TMJ is in the tag division, he is more than capable of being a single competitor.
I completely agree with you, Bill. And I must say, TMJ had more of a one-sided performance against Moriarty tonight, which you could look at in comparison to Isaiah Black's performance last week, which was more of a back and forth.
Exactly.
Could this be a sign that TMJ could be heading for that Unlimited title and perhaps outskill and outpower Isaiah Black to end his reign early? And we are moving to our next matchup here. And it is going to be a banger, ladies and gentlemen. And you are seeing here the main man Raven making his way down to the ring. And he is prepared to dominate tonight in the second match of the card. Billy, what do you think of Maven?
I really do think that Raven has got what it takes to prove his strength, his capabilities, and his power.
I think Raven will be using all of the experience he has gained over the years of his career, and he's going to use that to get the better of his opponent tonight.
And here we have Raven's partner making his debut here on Acw Unlimited. It
is the one, the only, cocking the pistol to fire it, Bandido. Billy, what have you seen of Bandido's career thus far, outside of ACW?
I've seen his strength, I have seen his power, and I've seen that he has proved in the luchador and the mask community that he is one of a kind.
He truly is, and Rob Van Dam would agree on that one-of-a-kind statement. Bandido is a master of this sport, and I am sure that the combination of him and Raven will pair beautifully together tonight. As we see the pistol cocked again. Bang, it's Bandido.
A former AEW World Tag Team Champion. This shows that he is capable with whatever gets thrown right in front of him. And here we have Raven and Bandido's opponents coming out to the ring right now. We have Juan Griffin, who made his debut last week and in fact lost against Raven. So let's see what happens. Will the tables turn? Will he win and beat Raven in this tag team match?
I would argue if he was to beat Raven in this tag team match, Raven has a leg to fall back on and say, well, you needed a partner to beat me. I didn't need a partner to beat you. Which could lead to this matchup continuing into a more heated rivalry between the two later down the line. And here comes Juan Griffin's tag team partner. Here
it is the one and only. It is,
as I like to call him, Mr. Baloney Maloney. He's making his way down to the ring. It's Driller Maloney. And I'm sure he will probably not appreciate me referring to him as Baloney Maloney, but I think this man is way too far up his own arse to benefit his teammate in a tag team matchup. And I feel as though potentially Juan Griffin may have made a poor choice in everyone on the Unlimited roster to have as his partner tonight.
Damn, Scott, I'm getting a hint here that you do not like Driller Maloney one bit.
I can't stand the way he conducts himself, and we are starting off with two heated rivals in Juan Griffin and Raven tonight, and I am more than excited to see where this goes. Griffin with a kick early, going for a suplex. Oh, never mind, into a knee to the face. Griffin sending Raven into the corner. Maloney attacking Raven. This is what I cannot stand about Driller Maloney, is he relies on cheap tactics and is a fraud when it comes to this industry, always bending the rules where he see fit. And Raven with a huge slingshot swanton to the back of Juan Griffin and a splash to the back. Juan Griffin turns over and Raven mounting him and ploughing him in the face with his right hand. Goes for a stomp. Griffin rolls away and a beautiful bicycle pump knee and a springboard moonsault cover here. One and a quick kick out by Raven, stumbling over my words. Huge face breaker there by Griffin and a tag made to Maloney. And a drop kick there to Raven by Driller Maloney. And Maloney goes for the Irish whip to the corner. Raven countering it. Goes for a huge leg lariat, and now he's hung on the tree of woe. And a huge face wash by Driller Maloney. Irish whip isolating Raven. Another tag there to Juan Griffin. These two men seem to have fantastic chemistry as a tag team, as much as I don't like to admit it. Fireman's carry here by Juan Griffin. But Raven weaves out of it, and now he's got him up in an electric chair position. Drops him with a discus forearm. And a tag here to come to Bandito, who is now entering the match for the first time tonight. And he has Griffin with a huge sit-out powerbomb. He is dragging Griffin. No, Griffin with some elbows to the midsection of Bandito. And he's getting him up for that suplex into the knee. And Griffin tagging Driller Maloney yet again. Tilt-a-whirl DDT by Bandito. This is becoming a huge matchup. And a hugely destructive performance by Bandito. Tag out to Raven. Maloney and Raven now legal. Oh, the float around sit out powerbomb by Driller Maloney. Billy, what are your thoughts on the expertise of the men in this ring?
I do
excluding Maloney.
Well, I was about to talk about Driller Maloney, but I guess not. Let's talk about Raven here, who is also in the ring, getting absolutely demolished by said Driller Maloney, which I'm guessing you're not liking, Scott. But to be honest, his in-ring work is actually showing some great success. So I don't see what you hate in him.
It is because he resorts to cheap tactics. Raven fighting. Oh, and here comes the pile driver by Raven. And Griffin taking a huge DDT there by Raven. This could be it. Cover on Griffin, Maloney breaking it up. Raven trying to send Griffin into the corner to isolate him, but Griffin counters with a lariat in the corner. Oh, but here comes Bandito with a forearm to the back.
I like to talk about this Monday, just gone actually, about Monday Night Action and the main event with Scotty Terra taking home with him the ACW All-American Championship.
It was a very dominant performance from Terra last Monday. And from what I'm aware, he will be defending this coming Monday against Snyder, who defeated Terra's childhood friend Nathan in an ambulance match.
Even though it was a non-commentary show, it was still a great one. Let's get back to the match.
Must agree.
With Bandito doing a massive power slam. Kick out by Driller Manoni.
Ducking under a big clash there of shoulder tackles. Maloney trying to send Raven into the corner, but Raven counters with some kicks to Maloney and now struts his way over to Bandito. Let's not forget that, oh my god, the sheer strength of that gorilla press Michinoku driver by Bandito. Leapfrog there, ducks under the feet, pop up into a kick. Bandito picking up Driller Maloney, going for a kick. Maloney rolls out the way and Raven with a punch. What are we seeing here? Fireman's carry, but Maloney counters. And Driller Maloney with a body slam. Tags out to Juan Griffin. A huge Superman punch there by Juan Griffin. Springboard moonsault to travel across half the ring for a cover here. Raven in before the ref can get in position to make the count.
Raven's already on it. He's already focused. He really wants to beat Juan Griffin and Driller Maloney in this tag match.
Look at this. Oh, huge triple springboard into the arm drag by Bandito. And a cover here. Referee in position. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out just before 2. And a clothesline by Bandito. Tags out to Raven. Juan Griffin though. Scoop slam in the middle of the ring. Tags out to Driller Maloney. And look at Raven. And a leg drop. Raven here got the wrist lock in on Maloney and an elbow. Maloney taking knees in the corner. Raven tagging out to Bandito with a drop kick in the corner. Cover here on Maloney. 1 and a kick out by Driller Maloney. This match is going absolutely obscene. The crowd are going wild You love to see it here on ACW Unlimited. Maloney with a couple of back elbows to Bandito.
Well, I'll tell you what, Scott.
Dragging him up.
I'll tell you what,
Oh,
Scott.
Irish whip into a
The
corner.
strength in this ring right now, the strength in this match, even. I'm not shocked at the fact that everyone is counting out so easily. This is going to be a difficult match for all of them.
They are both having to put in the works, Billy. I completely agree. Bandito making a tag there to Raven. Snapmare and a double kick to the chest. And a seesaw senton. And a double axe handle by Raven, who is calling to the crowd. But Maloney tags out to Griffin. Oh, and here we are. And there it is. Juan Griffin with a feast your eyes. Bandito breaking up the cover. Juan Griffin, double axe handle from the middle rope. Rolling him over. And a huge springboard moonsault, but Raven gets up the knees and a clothesline by Raven. Raven going to tag in Bandito. Beautiful knee lift there by Griffin, tagging out to Driller Maloney. A huge enziguri there by Maloney, who is now calling for, I believe, the spear, but Bandito counters into a DDT. And Driller Maloney in the corner. Bandito trying to set him up on the top, but Maloney counters with more back elbows there to Bandito, sending him to the floor. Cover here on Bandito. 1, 2, 3, and Raven just could not get in quick enough to break up the pin.
I'll tell you what a great match that was. And in fact, I think that was probably one of the greatest tag team matches we've had so far.
I completely agree, Bill. I think it has been a brilliant night so far, but we move to the co-main event of ACW Unlimited.
Here we have it. David Finlay making his debut to ACW. With pure strength, pure fear, and pure intensity in his veins.
I hear that David Finlay is the human incarnation of most of his opponents' worst fears as to what they will be going against, as he can adapt his in-ring style to perfectly counter his opponents. He has built a reputation for it on the independent circuit, and now here in ACW Unlimited, I am sure he will show that here tonight against his opponent. And here is his opponent, Nick Wayne. A extraordinary high flyer in the sport. huge name on the independents, has signed here with ACW Unlimited. And I can't wait to see what Nick Wayne can do under the bright lights of the ACW banner. What do you think of this young man, Billy?
I totally agree with everything that you have said here, Scott. Amazing high flyer, amazing technical wrestler. I mean, just look at the way he gets into the ring.
The way he gets in the ring demands respect for the general athleticism this man brings to every match. He will always give it 110%. He will run on fumes if it means claiming the victory. And that is an understatement as to what this man can do. But how will David Finlay counteract his style? And a huge arm wrench already, and a chop there to David Finlay. And this is one thing that people forget about Nick Wayne, is he might be a high flyer, but the technical ability of the sheer maneuverability of what this man can do, and a huge rear waistlock takedown there by Wayne, and a huge clothesline by David Finlay. If I am David Finlay here, Billy, I think the best course of action is to isolate Nick Wayne. Give him as little room to maneuver as possible. Keep him as a still target and hit him with deep, hard shots every time you connect to really take the energy out of the young man.
I truly think that is the best way to do it. Look at David Finlay.
Look how he just manhandles him, slamming him into the corner before throwing him to the ground. And a cover here by David Finlay on Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne with a statement kick out there, and a knee drop by Finlay. David Finlay with a rear elbow drop from the middle rope. And he's calling Nick Wayne up to his feet. Steps back with a huge back elbow. Nick Wayne with a huge hurricane run, and now to David Finlay. Grabs hold of the rope and a moonsault off the middle rope. And this is just a taste of what Nick Wayne can do. Look at the athleticism. That headlock was obscene. He carried his own weight off purely his forearms, and a huge running back elbow attempt there by Nick Wayne, and a chop by Finlay. Leaves Wayne hung up in the corner, and a huge running knee. And a chop block doesn't quite get the result he expected. Goes for the springboard leg drop, does Wayne, but he doesn't find his target, and another back elbow by Finlay, and a jumping senton. Target in the midsection is ideal here for David Finlay, and what's he doing here? A dominator by David Finlay. David Finlay going for a maneuver here, and a huge knee there by Nick Wayne, and a huge sit-out powerbomb cover here on David Finlay. One, and a kick out by Finlay. Nick Wayne pointing to the sky. What could we be seeing here? A huge cutter there by Nick Wayne. And a kick out there by David Finlay. Huge sit down and a drop kick to the back of the head of David Finlay by Nick Wayne. And now stomping him into the mat. This is one reason that Nick Wayne is so dominant in what he does, as he's so elusive, but he can make it a dogfight no matter what, and a huge springboard Hurricane Rana. Nick Wayne climbing to the top rope here. A huge frog splash there to David Finlay. Dragging up Finley is Nick Wayne. Going for Wayne's World. And a huge brainbuster on the knee. David Finley looking for his signature move. And Nick Wayne counters. Wayne sends Finley off the rope, but Finley with a tornado DDT to the young, smaller guy. And a huge raking of the jaw. And slamming him down onto the mat. Rolls him over. And look what we're seeing here. Camel clutch locked in on Nick Wayne. Is Wayne going to submit to the hold? David Finley lets go of the hold. Rolling over Nick Wayne. Off the ropes with a huge, huge natural selection there. And he's calling Wayne up to his feet. Nick Wayne hung over the ropes and a clothesline sending him over to the outside. And our referee will start the count. What's David Finley doing here though? Huge elbow drop to Nick Wayne. And a knee drop to the elbow joint of Nick Wayne and a knee drop to the head. David Finley, it might be fine. Never mind. Nick Wayne with a huge kick to counter, sending David Finley into the barricade. Ref at a count of 4. Nick Wayne breaks the count. Oh no. And here's another dominator by David Finley. David Finley sending Nick Wayne into the side of the apron. Nick Wayne rolls into the ring. Oh no, this could be it. Huge, huge knee to the face from the suplex position, and that will be it for Nick Wayne. David Finley comes out on top in our co-main events of the evening.
What a great day.
We've got an interview here with David Finley saying he has his sights on a championship. And he is setting his eyes on that hardcore title. I think David Finley is more than likely to dominate said division. But what a phenomenal matchup between David Finley and Nick Wayne here, ladies and gentlemen.